In your Capital Connection tonight, after months of speculation, Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin will not be Donald Trump's running mate this November.
Trump instead choosing Ohio Senator J.D. Vance for the job, and Capitol Bureau reporter Tyler Englander has details.
One political science professor I spoke to said with Youngkin unable to run for a second consecutive term as governor, he may turn his attention to trying to secure a cabinet position if Donald Trump is reelected in November. Tonight, Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin passed up by former President Donald Trump to be his vice presidential running mate. Trump instead tapping Ohio Senator J.D. Vance for the job.
Mr. Vance is far more of a, converted MAGA Republican. And that's very appealing to not only Mr. Trump, but to the constituencies he's trying to reach out to.
Virginia Tech political science professor Karen Hult says Youngkin may not have been chosen for a variety of reasons, including the fact that he isn't as politically aligned with Trump as Vance is, and not as well known.
It's not just that Governor Youngkin is not a U.S. Senator, but he also is not the author of a best-selling book, Hillbilly Elegy, that turned into a Netflix show and all of that.
Hult adds that last year's General Assembly elections, which saw Democrats flip the House of Delegates and keep control of the state Senate, could have been a factor.
It may well be that the 2023 state legislative elections to some extent tarnished Mr. Youngkin's view, or tarnished Mr. Youngkin in terms of how President Trump was looking at him.
Despite that, Hult says Youngkin is still a prime candidate for a cabinet post if Trump is elected, and she adds Youngkin should still be considered a possible candidate for president in 2028.
He still has a very high approval rate within the state of Virginia. That's a good thing for a governor getting ready to leave office in another year. The second thing, as I indicated, he also has introduced himself to a somewhat broader viewing audience.
And now, of course, the last Virginian to be chosen as a candidate's vice presidential running mate was Senator Tim Kaine back in 2016. In Richmond, Tyler Englander, 8 News.